Alright, what is up, guys? This is gonna be my in-depth Rengar jungle video on the preseason, and it's gonna be a Spear of Sojin build path. I'm gonna probably be Eclipse into Spear of Sojin. I was just messing around a little bit with different build paths, and this is one of the build paths I actually kind of like. And for the Pokemon, we always go blue. Blue is actually quite nice. I don't really like red as much. I'm more a big fan of blue. I'm a bigger fan of, sorry, let me adjust my settings. I'm a bigger fan of blue and green right now. I think red is kind of not so good. So you can start E just to get the jump. I don't think you really need the roar anymore to really clear this camp. So you can just kind of clear it like that. And it's not too bad if you try to go for aggressive play. I just like doing Krugs and I just kind of invade right after. This guy is going for the Raptor camp. So I'll probably just do ground for level 3 fast. I think Krugs is actually really big to do right now. Double jungling is not really a thing right now, so you might have a problem trying to double jungle. Also, trying to pull it here is a bit risky. You just don't want to reset it because the reset bar is so basic to clear. Here I'm gonna look for a fast gank bot side. Get into the brush and maybe get a kill here. Got a red buff slow. Maybe we can get one more auto off. Trying to shout to get the kill there. We were able to get the jump off, which is really nice. And we're just gonna go back to farming now. If you want to start W, you just start W too. It's fine. You want to do the Raptor camp, you just do W clear. Should clear pretty fast now. Here, the jungle. I mean, new jungle for Rengar is. Don't really need smite for crabs anymore. It doesn't really make a difference. Only for securing it. Hecarim is a really strong champion currently in the jungle, so you have to watch out for him. Here I'm gonna look for a kill here. I have root, so I can just root him. Get close here. And just try to push in the wave afterwards. But you guys will probably just do the red Raptor, red Krugs Raptor clearance. Start W level 2 if you're... I was hoping to actually choose him earlier. I should just went straight to his camps after Krugs. Ooh, this guy really wanted to test me there. I have Conqueror, so my Conqueror build, I forgot to mention runes. I'm doing Conqueror. You can see in the bottom. That's my page right there. So you actually do Raptors really fast when you have a bit of levels going. I'm gonna base and clear now. I have a really good buy. I'm gonna go for Eclipse. I like Eclipse and CDR boots when I have enough for it. I think Eclipse is nice because right now the way I see it, as a jungler, I might skip Krugs actually. As a jungler, you need like Omnivamp. You need some sustain to actually stay healthy before ganks. If you don't really have any actual sustain, you're going to be really squishy. Like you're going to come out of the jungle really low HP, which makes the gank super hard. That's why I think Hecarim's so good, because he just stays 100% all the time. So he's just really going in a good pace right there. Looks like I got River Ward, so it might be hard for me to gank. And they're perma pushing too. The best way to get them is to get behind them. Because now, like, the AoE damage your baby crab does, the little baby you have around you, you don't really need to power W as much, is how I notice. Unless you're on, like, the AoE camp. Also, there's a weird bug where it says you have 4 stacks on Rengar, but you don't actually have 4 stacks, so you have to watch out for that. Here, I'm going to check camps. I'm probably jump pink ward and then invade him here. Get behind them because we remember the ball laners use some, so we can just get a kill here as long as they don't die before I get there. And we get a double kill. It's really nice getting a bit of lane experience. It puts you in a really nice position. If this is not a cannon, then you just push it instantly. I think we can catch up and probably get a kill here. Beautifully done, Inori. Oh, thank you, Inori. Crab is up, but I do have my item already, so I'm just going to reset fast and just keep my tempo up and try to be fast on the map. Here we have really good buys, so we can just be aggressive afterwards. I've been messing around with builds. I mean, I like Eclipse. You can go Assassin Rengar still and just go like Duskblade into like ER and stuff. But I kind of like getting Eclipse and mixing in Bruiser Rengar whenever it looks good. Where you can just afford some of these fighter items. And also, I kind of messed around with the tank item, Protein. It's actually not bad as well. This item, if you're trying to go really Bruiser Rengar with a different first item rush. Just things you guys can think about. But right now we're just going to go Eclipse because Eclipse is just a good early game buy. Remember, you don't really need to empower W anymore because how much damage you just have. So how many natural, like your plant just, your pet just AoE does a lot of AoE damage, so it's not as important to have. Here I'm going to quickly see if he comes up. If not, I'm just going to go for the Herald play then. While we know where the enemy jungler is. Also, objective voting is really annoying. I don't know why it starts every time you start the objective. It's really very annoying mechanic. Here we're just going to keep paying attention to our lanes and then look for an opportunity to go in here. Ideally, you get all the experience. Herald got buffed recently where it gets a lot of experience when you kill it, so it's really high value. Here we're just going to play for his camp. Probably save my E in case Hecarim comes. The E slow is really nice on Hecarim, but he's bot side. So we're going to be able to just get this. Be careful with the leash range. As you can see, it's like really short, so you have like problems with that. Also, Herald does a bit less damage, so you can't really one-shot towers like you could before. I could try to wait for him. Looks like he's fighting mid, but I might be able to counter that. Was afraid to take 2 tower shots there, but getting the kill and flashing out is obviously very nice for us. So here, I mean, unless you're going like more of a tank Rengar build, I think Emax second is just ideal. And also you do take towers really fast. So here, I'm just going to drop the Herald. It should be almost a one-shot. It does a bit less damage, but it should do enough in one-shot after you do most of the plates removed. Very high damage though. I mean, Eclipse is still a very nice item. Root him and as I go. Really close to my spear, which this guy gave me that camp. I do have enough, but I'm probably going to do my Herald and reset afterwards. Hecarim has been very popular recently, but he's just very, you know, healthy in the jungle. That's a thing about junglers. If you're really healthy, you can clear fast. You're going to be in a really good position. Your pet usually ticks for 2 damage. Like, you get 2 ticks in with your pet before it stops attacking. Here you can always buy a pot every now and then when you're like on base timer, because you can get a lot of money value from it. It's not bad. This is a build I've been messing around with. I think This build, if you want to go more of like a Bruiser Conqueror build path, is really nice. But it's really up to you. I like this because I got a lot of ability haste from this item. It makes fighting in the longer fights really nice. Here we're going to play for this. I'm just going to probably ulti early so they don't actually see me. Go for the kill here. And this guy walked back. Beautifully done. Really nice ability haste to get going right here. I could have played for a couple plates, but what I really like about this item and why I think it's nice on Rengar, it's the movement speed you get when you're low. So if I get in the fight and I get really low, like below 30%, I'm gonna have insane movement speed. Makes it really nice to pair with, you know, how you want to play, especially with this blue companion we're gonna have. Going in and out of brushes is just gonna be, it's gonna give us a lot of value. And that's what I really like and how I like playing him. Just in and out in brushes. So this, it does give you a good ability haste on his abilities as well. And it just pairs really well. Very nice. Good for dueling, good for brawling. I might ulti this guy if he plays on the wave here. Or I might just go for the wave itself. Looks like he's playing pretty safe. The extra movement speed you're gonna get from getting the blue pet summit is gonna be really good as well. Here, if you need Merc Treads, you can go Merc Treads, or you can just go CDR boots. Keep the momentum going. And your eye, like, depends on like how I want to play. I think DD is not bad to actually build some like beefiness. I shouldn't have went in depth, whatever. Just to get a bit like tankier in the game, progresses. It's like a Warhammer buy is really good. Depth Sands kind of build path. I've done I've built Ravenous Hydra more, but on Rengar I didn't really feel like it felt too great. After the nerfs too, they recently nerfed it. I think didn't feel as great. I do like having a bit more HP build going. This is just like a fun spear build that I've enjoyed so far. Able to get that instant root there. Really nice. Can pressure enemy wave now. Here we can invade topside, see what camps are up. Just really play aggressive there. I mean, see, you can kind of see like that movement speed is just really big on this champion. And it's really going to enable you to do a lot when you have it unlocked here. Also, I kind of save my smite more now. And that's just really fast on the channel. I save my smite more now, where I'm like... Where, like, I don't really use it to clear the jungle unless I have to. It's such a long cooldown, but it's good for fighting, too. It's just a free blue smite nowadays. And, I mean, this game's pretty much over, but, like, my build path would have been, like, Depth Stand Small. And this ability haste you just have at this point is really nice. It can be really... I think it makes Rengar a really good bruiser threat. I think Spear is very nice in Rengar. With Eclipse, it gives you that kind of armor shred too to kill people that you might not have. This armor shred you're getting from this, it gives you a good early game buy while also getting you kind of scale into that bruiser build path you're trying to play for. And the runes that future market plus reboots is really nice. It's what I like to build. Here we're a bit short. We should have farmed a bit more to have enough to buy our Death Sands. Now we just have to wait for our Death Stance build. It's gonna be a while though. But here I'm just gonna talk about the game. I mean, you can see the build path is just really focused around early game. This gives you the ability haste item that, because you're going to Eclipse, you're not going to have that much ability haste. But once you get these two items together, I think Rengar is actually a really strong version. Of course, we have Conqueror for the early game. The more assassin style would just be like Electrocute into Duskblade into, you know, like ER. But I haven't really enjoyed that much playing Assassin Rengar. I love playing more Bruiser Rengar. DD is still pretty good on him. Ravenous Hydra got nerfed. I feel like it's going to get nerfed again, so it's not something that I've been messing around with. But Spear has been more fun, I think, because of the ability haste you get and the movement speed you get when you're lower. It's just such a big thing. And here we're going to get our treats, and we're going to actually have the movement speed from the brushes, and you're going to see how insane like team fighting can be. Like, you can actually see how much a big difference you're going to be getting. Spear is a really great item, by the way. It gives you 65 AD, so it's like pretty strong in the 80 component. It just gives you really a lot of ability spam. So here we have our pet now, so you can kind of see this movement speed. Insanely good on Rengar. So much movement speed. Just entering a brush, which is your entire focus on this champion, is the brush play. Here we're definitely gonna dive here. DD healing is really nice as well. It's a really fun build, guys. I highly recommend you guys try it out. Clips and this tree. You have a build path like this, you're just gonna be insanely strong. I haven't really tried different MR items. Like my go-to is Maw, but like who knows? There might be better MR options out there. But for armor, Death Stance is always a good one when you're trying to snowball. DD is definitely a good one. I don't know about Sterix. I haven't really tried too much Sterix gauge, but I feel like this build is more of a definitely more. How do I put it? It's definitely more. Get a couple ticks in with your pad, but he stops attacking. Here I'm just keeping my stacks going before our ulti going. Oh, I thought I could flash over it. Too slow, buddy. Too slow. Where's the horse, though? I'm a base, though. Really fun. I think Rengar's pretty good. And just remember the first clear. Just do red W. I don't know why I started E. There's no point to level 2 invade anyways. It's kind of pointless. In here, you just would, like, if I'm against AP and there's, like, an AP threat, I'd probably go MR. That's probably, like, the best items to build. Just build them like a fighter afterwards. Could go Grudge. Grudge is better, though, on... I would say more on tankier champions. Or not tankier. Better on glass cannon champions. Lord Dom's already pretty good on Rengar, too. If I was against tanks, I would probably go maybe Cleaver afterwards. Cleaver could be a good option. See, that movement speed is just super fun to play with. You can kind of see how much actual movement speed I'm getting. It's quite funny. The treat system, I hadn't really explained on it. I'll probably go more into detail on it in a different video. It's just so much to actually talk about for the treat system. I don't really want to spend too much time talking about it. Oh, I wanted to abuse that movement speed. Exhaust was a bit of a problem there. When you're trying to go in on Rengar too, you shouldn't E so early. You should wait till you're on top of them to cast your E ability. You also do Baron really fast. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the jungle item, but I always felt like doing Baron just felt super easy. And when you have more than 2 champions around you, doing objective is much better. There's just these interactions where it when there's more than X amount of champion. 3 champions, you take 30% less damage from those monsters. Everyone's kind of AFK now. Alright, bud. I'm just gonna ulti through and see if there's anyone strangling by themselves here. Probably cut off the Silas then. Ooh, don't mind if I do. Reminder, always enter brushes. We're gonna see the value of entering brushes here. This movement speed is just very crazy. The brush plays you get are definitely very entertaining. You can just kind of see the value you get of entering these brushes, how much movement speed you're gonna get. So I love blue on Rengar. I think blue is great. You can go green too. I think red is super underwhelming because it doesn't really give you that much more damage. And a lot of slows are just very uninteresting. So I think red is kind of garbage. I think blue can make you really good. Hecarim for sure uses blue. You should go blue on Hecarim. I think green does have potential though. I think some of these chanky champions might be a problem. I've always liked playing Bruiser Rengar more too. But like I said, you want to do if you want to play the assassin, you can still do it with electrocute and just go Dustblade and stuff. Not enough one-shot damage, but you definitely have enough to catch people off guard. And I hope you guys like that game. Be sure to follow if you haven't already subscribed to. And I'm going to be making a lot of these in-depth 1v1 videos on different champions. So definitely let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And I'll see you guys in the next video.